Hi everybody, welcome to Jake Showcase. I do videos on Wednesdays. Today I'm going to tell you the story about my dance with the prom queen. I had a lot of problems getting a date for the dance to school. See, in high school I was one of the smallest guys in the country, between 4'8" and about 5 foot. Due to my height, I even had problems at the dance. You see, usually when the slow music starts to come on, you basically got to go and figure out what girl you're going to ask. One of the things about high school dances is that, you got to really plan and prep to, when you know that slow song is going to come on, what girl you're going to pick. Being such a short guy, that was a real problem for me because even at the dance, when a slow song would come on, I'd really have to look around real hard to find out who I could ask to dance with me. Similar to asking girls to the dance, it was also hard because a lot of girls didn't want to dance with you because you're just so short. Basically, due to my height, I was basically eye level with the breasts, just about all of them. There was only a few girls that were my height. Always you find out who you want to dance with at a school dance during the fast dances. During the fast dances, you kind of got to scope it out to kind of get a feel for who's attractive and who you like, and for me in particular, who was my height. I remember this one time that I finally found this really beautiful girl. She was nice and small. I could only see her kind of from the back, but she looked like the right shape and the right size for me. I was really disappointed when she turned around and it was actually my sister and I had to run away to the other side. Oh my goodness, I was almost grinding up on her. Anyway, there was this one girl who was kind of universally considered the most beautiful girl in our class. Now, in every kind of school, there's always sort of like a social hierarchy of the beautiful girls, but there's usually about 2 to 3 that are considered the most beautiful in the class. Of those 2 or 3, there's usually one girl that's kind of universally considered by the guys as the most beautiful girl in the class. She was kind of short, medium-sized, with long dark hair, extremely pretty, with a beautiful body. She had it all. She basically was the highlight of the social life. Universally, she was the captain of the cheerleaders, and she would always win most attractive every year in our school yearbook. This girl was kind of the it girl in high school. She could get almost any guy she wanted. Anytime she wanted, that guy was going to be her date. Now, I was sort of like a social outcast in high school, I basically, really didn't hit off with any of the girls. But this girl in particular, she was really nice. She was smart, she was down to earth, she was uppity when she needed to be. She was kind of like all around the best girl in high school, I thought. Funny thing is even though I had a hard time dancing with girls from the 9th grade all the way through to senior year, this one particular girl, somehow, every single dance, I ended up getting a slow dance with her. Honestly, I never did have the nerve to ever ask her out because she always had a boyfriend plenty in advance. She always had dances plenty in advance. She was sort of that girl who was sort of out of my league. It was ironic. Every single dance of every single school, every single event, I would get at least one slow dance with this girl. He danced with the captain of the cheerleaders every single school dance. It was kind of remarkable. No girl would ever get close to me besides her. It was kind of strange. If I had a date to the dance, somehow I'd end up going and having one slow dance with her. If I had no date to the dance, somehow I'd end up getting one slow dance with her. If I was totally hammered up at a dance, somehow I'd end up with one slow dance with her. If I was just normal, somehow I'd end up with one slow dance with her. Honestly, it was the highlight of my dance. Plenty in advance, I'd know, at least at some point, I'd hope to ask her to go and have one slow dance with me. Talk here or there in class or in the hall, I don't know why she would talk to me, but most of the girls would always put their nose way up in the air when they saw the old Jakester coming back. You see, I was in like the high 4 foots or very low 5 foots in high school. She wasn't a real big girl. She was about 5'2" or 5'4" or something like that, but she was pretty big to me. She was one of those kind of girls that looked like she belonged in a magazine. Absolutely smoking body. I definitely had a crush on her, there was no doubt about that. But she was way out of my league. It seemed like she would go on mood swings, like sometimes she'd go out with guys who was big jocks. Sometimes she'd go to a dance with the artist kind of fella. Sometimes she'd go with the guys who had a lot of money. And sometimes she'd go with the guys who were kind of like the hippie kind of fellas. But whatever was in, she was always going with the best looking guy for that sort of genre. Rappers, she had a rapper boyfriend. Rockers, she'd have a rocker boyfriend. Jocks, well, she could have any jocks she wanted. Being captain of the cheerleaders, that was for sure. She'd get older guys, she'd get younger guys, she'd get guys her age, she'd get any guy she wanted. Me, I was the direct opposite. I couldn't get any girl I wanted. In fact, the vast majority of my dances, I was stag. I'd be lucky to get 2 or 3 slow dances for an entire dance each time, if at all. Yet somehow, this beautiful girl would always dance one with me. Anyway, the prom came. The prom was kind of the highlight dance for everybody in high school. I believe it was announced at the dance, but everybody knew she was going to win because she was considered the most beautiful. So whoever she went with was for sure going to be the prom king and the prom queen. As predicted, she and whoever she was going with were the prom queen and the prom king. One of the highlights of the dance is that the prom king and the prom queen are supposed to sort of initiate the very last dance together at the end of the dance. For whatever reason, the very, very last slow dance at the prom, she danced with me. Got the very last dance of high school with the prom queen. My date at that dance wasn't quite available during that last slow dance, and I ended up having the last slow dance of high school with the prom queen. What does that tell you? I can't get a date to the dance, I can't get a dance at the dance, yet I get a dance with the prom queen every single dance, and I get the very last dance at the prom with the prom queen. I don't know what that exactly says, but it says I gotta be pretty darn close. I just never knew what I was supposed to do beyond the very gentlemanly things. Always so close. The fact that she noticed me throughout high school made a huge difference for me. I guess my message for you fellas is even if you're having a hard time out there, you know what? Sometimes those girls notice who you are anyway. Even if you think they're way out of your league, it doesn't hurt to give it a try. So that's my kind of humorous tale about what happened at my high school dances. Couldn't get a dance, couldn't get a date to the dance, but I could get the final dance with the prom queen. Thanks for watching Jake Showcase, everybody. Don't forget to like my video below and subscribe to my channel up above. I do my videos on Wednesdays. I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy your prom.